Welcome to this session with you, Ravishek sir. Today's session is for class 8. We'll deal with geography as a subject, and the chapter we will deal with is interpreting topographical maps. Now, the thing is that there are various natural and man-made features on the earth. For example, you have mountains, valleys, cliffs, depression, plateaus, lakes, rivers, different kinds of natural features. On the other hand, you also see that there are man-made features like buildings, airports, bridges, roads, than many other things. A topographical map is a large scale map which shows explicit details of both natural and man made features over a small area with the help of a scale, conventional symbols, and fixed colors. Although a topographical map displays important features such as vegetation, water bodies, cultivated land, transportation network, settlements, etc., it is usually used to survey terrain features and are therefore known as survey maps. Different methods like hatcheries, layer tinting, hill shading, spot heights, and contours are used to represent various features on the maps. Topographical maps are different from atlas map in some ways. Let us find how they are different. Number 1. An atlas map shows landmarks and major built features such as roads, cities, mountains, lakes, and other information. While topographical maps generally simplify the information given in the atlas maps to make room to add iso-elevation lines, thin lines, marking areas that are of the same elevation above the sea level. Number 2. An atlas map can show you how to drive from one city to another, while topographical map will show you all the major hills, valleys, and curvatures of the ground along the way. Interpreting contours. A contour is a line on a map that connects points with same height above or below the sea level, and it is measured in terms of meters or feet. Topographical map use contour lines and it is shown in brown color mostly, and it shows the elevation of the terrain, the nature of its slope, whether it is gentle or steep, and the shape of the landform. Contour lines are drawn at regular altitudinal intervals to avoid cluttering and to make map reading easier. This altitudinal spacing between successive contour lines is called contour intervals. For example, if a topography map uses a 20 meters contour interval, contour lines will be drawn for every 20 meters of elevation. Every fifth line is a bold line to show the multiples of 100 in a meter map. It is called index contour. Some points to remember. Value of contour line indicates altitude of a feature. Space between contour lines indicates the nature of slope. Pattern formed by the contour lines helps in identification of relief feature. The height of a point lying between two contours is more than the lower contour but less than the contour above it. Features of contour lines. Number 1. Two contour lines representing different elevations may converge and touch, but they do not intersect each other. Number 2. When contour lines converges together, they represent regions having a near vertical slope like a waterfall or a cliff. Number 3. Contour lines that are closely spaced indicate steep slopes, while contour lines that are spaced apart indicate a gentle slope. The fourth one is usually every fifth contour line in a topographical map is labeled with elevation value. Such a line is called an index contour and is thicker in appearance compared to the other lines. And the fifth one is contour lines are not made to pass through permanent structures like buildings. Different line forms have different slopes. For example, the central part of a plateau has a very gentle slope, while you see a drift has a very steep slope. The spacing of contour lines varies depending upon the slope of the landforms. All landforms on the earth can be represented by contour lines. Gentle and steep slopes. A gentle slope has a low slope angle and is characterized by contour lines spread widely apart. In the figure you are seeing, the contour lines towards the left are spread widely apart as the mountain's left side has a gentle slope. A steep slope has a high slope angle and is characterized by closely spaced lines. In the figure you can see the contour lines towards the right are more closely spaced. This shows that mountains has a steeper slope towards the right. Now let us identify different landforms on the basis of contour lines. First one we'll go for is the hill. A hill is a raised part of land with uniform sloping sides. Hills are not as steep as mountains. Hills are represented by a series of concentric closed contours that form irregular circles. Next is ridges. A ridge is a physical feature formed due to convergence of two mountain faces. It has a raised crest with many peaks of different heights. As it has steep slope sides, its contour lines are closely spaced and are oval in shape. Plateau. A plateau is an elevated flat land usually with steep sides. The contour lines representing a plateau are closely spaced at sides with a large gap in the center. Gap. A gap is a low-lying area between two hill peaks, thus allowing a route through it. Next we have saddle. A saddle is a depressed landmass that slopes between two peaks of a hill or mountain, thereby appearing like a saddle of a horse. The contours for the peaks are concentric circles with large gap between peaks' outermost contour. Col. It is associated with mountains. Col is a lowermost point on a ridge between two peaks. They are often found on prominent ridges. You must remember that. Pass. A pass is the highest path between two mountains or hills. It is shown by a drop of contour heights. Settlement. A settlement refers to a group of houses that people build for living. Settlements can be in rural or urban areas. Settlements are classified into two types: temporary or permanent settlements. Temporary settlements refers to makeshift housing such as huts or tents. A permanent settlement is characterized by permanent structures such as buildings and bungalows. Based on the pattern, settlements are further divided into three types: nucleated settlements, dispersed settlements, and linear settlements. Now we will discuss them one by one. Nucleated settlements. Nucleated settlements are those in which houses and other buildings are tightly clustered around a central feature such as place of worship, village green, or crossroads. Very few houses are found in the surrounding fields. Such nucleated settlements are usually termed hamlets or villages according to their size or function. In India, nucleated settlements are found in Shivalik Valley and in states of Manipur, Mizoram, Meghalaya, Nagaland, and Tripura. Nucleated settlements are also called clustered settlements. Next, we have the dispersed settlements. Let us discuss about them. A dispersed settlement pattern is one in which individual houses and farms are widely scattered throughout the countryside. It occurs when farm or houses are set among fields or spread out along roads rather than concentrated on one point. Houses are connected by paths or cart tracks. These settlements are always rural, and usually the farmers live in such settlements to stay near their cultivated lands. Sometimes dispersed settlements are formed as a result of people living overpopulated villages. The next is linear settlements. Linear settlements are arranged in long and narrow lines. These settlements can include houses, inns, shops, petrol pumps, garages, etc. Such settlements are usually built along an already existing route like a railway track, road, or river bank. Some settlements can also be built alongside geographical features like hillside, valley edges, or lake shores. Linear settlements are found in middle Himalayas and along the roads of Ganga-Yamuna plains. Linear settlements are also called linear or chain villages. The last part of this lesson contains interpretation and analysis of survey maps, and this part should be done in your practical lab. I will help you out in this regard in some of the coming videos. Do not forget to like this video, share this video, and please follow my Facebook page Abhishek Sir Online. Subscribe this channel and see more videos of this kind in this channel. Thank you.